Hi friends, it's Rabbi Briskin with a thought for Shabbat and a thought for Thanksgiving and Hanukkah as well. If your family is at all like ours, chances are you'll be exchanging gifts for one or more nights of Hanukkah. My children understand now that there is very little that they actually need. Because both have after-school jobs and make their own money, they understand that if they really, truly want something, they can get it themselves. It is a wonderful adulting lesson that my teens are learning today. That said, we always buy them a few gifts for Hanukkah, occasionally a surprise gift. We make sure that whatever child receives is seen fairly in the eyes of the other, and we make sure it's a gift that each one would enjoy and appreciate. If we treated one child differently than the other, we'd create a very difficult home environment. Sadly, our patriarch Jacob didn't understand this lesson thousands of years ago. Jacob was the father to 12 sons and one daughter. Joseph was his 11th son and born to his true love, Rachel. He bore his other children with his other wife, Leah, and her and Rachel's maidservants. Now that's for another commentary. Because Joseph was the firstborn of Jacob's favorite wife, he was treated differently. Jacob clearly favored Joseph. Most notably, he gave Joseph an ornamented tunic, known commonly as Joseph's coat of many colors. Joseph flaunted this coat and his favored child status in the face of his brothers, and they hated him for it. So much so that they captured him, sold him into slavery, and then passed him off as dead to their father Jacob. Now, the entire story does resolve itself for good, but you do have to wait a couple of weeks until we get there. One clear lesson that we learn from this narrative is that parental favoritism can destroy families. Sure, some children joke that they are the favorite child. However, if favoritism is real, it can cause long and lasting harm. I learn stories of parental favoritism periodically, especially when I gather with a family to bury a parent. Sometimes the child shares an experience with their parent that is vastly different from their siblings. Some of these stories are truly heartbreaking, and the children still carry the hurt with them well into adulthood. Thankfully, most of us don't live in families that are this dysfunctional. However, many of our families live with some tension among parents, children, and siblings. And we know that Thanksgiving tables aren't always easy to navigate, as challenging family dynamics often arise. And so as we gather this week, remember that our navigational skills still may be a bit rusty. So this year, as we prepare to gather again for Thanksgiving and then perhaps for Hanukkah, let's do our best to bring out the best in one another, while tamping down the behaviors that cause tension and strife. Each person in a family is unique and different. Honor one another for the gifts that we provide and for the different personalities we share. It's not always easy, but it's the way that we maintain Shalom Bayit, peace in the home. So friends, I wish you a very happy Thanksgiving, a happy Hanukkah, and of course, Shabbat Shalom.